Good.
All right, are we live, Tommy?
We is live.
Oh my gosh, I've got to get everything all straight and set up. We gotta wait for these people to show up. We have a monumental monster stream for y'all today.
This is the most important moment in flat Earth history since Eric Dubay made his shield list. It really is, though. You know what I mean?
Dude, this is going to be the most monumental flat Earth stream of all times. In fact, I'm hoping that YouTube will be able to contain the most monumental
that's a little loud, huh?
flat Earth stream.
Woo!
All right.
That's a little hot. Got it turned down a little bit.
Coming in a little hot.
We were just trying to be good for the people with hearing impediments.
All right. Looks like my computer doesn't want to show the chat, so now I got to go to my phone. One sec, guys. I'll be pulling up chat in just a second. All right. There we go.
Jake. Oh, Jake. You know what? This is the first time I've been on Jake and the Asshole in a long time. It's always been...
I usually stream over on the Jake Gibson channel, but today this is a special circumstance. We are going live from the Asshole channel. Why don't you go ahead and show them our beautiful faces? We aren't the type to hide ourselves.
No, we are not.
Hey, there we are, guys. Why don't you go ahead and show them our beautiful...
Yes, I'm wearing the same outfit as... What was it? No, maybe not. Maybe not. I did wear this yesterday.
Queen of Clean says, you know Rob Skiba died, right? Yeah, we're going to be talking about that. In fact, me and Thomas, after looking into this, just scratching the surface just a tad, we're not so sure Flat Earth Focker's dead. We're not so sure Rob Skiba's dead. In fact, we have some evidence for you that might have you thinking these guys are duping us and they're alive, maybe on Epstein's Island, sipping a margarita.
Yeah.
Right?
Most likely.
So let's go ahead and start with evidence number one, Flat Earth Focker picture.
It's all about probabilities.
Now,
you know,
chat, rip this picture apart.
First off, do you see child abuse?
Hold on, Thomas. Let's just let the chat see the picture. Chat, what do you see? Chat, what do you see? Tell me what you see, chat. I want to see every single symbol named in the chat. Starting now. Come on, chat.
Whoa.
Come on, chat. Tell me what you guys see. I trained you guys good. You should tell me what you see. So far, Foamfoot420 says checkerboard floor. That's one.
Don't say an Asian person.
All right.
It's racist.
They all noticed the floor. Come on, guys. There's more than the floor.
We're not giving you any hints.
Okay. Suddenly they see the all-seeing eye in the middle of the picture. The Masonic all-seeing eye right in the middle.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the Mason book, correct?
Yeah. That's their Masonic book right there. Over to the left, you got 3 different 666s. 1, 2, and then the girl. 3.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, so you got the 2 homeboys to the left with their 666s, and then you have the girl with the 666. Now, the flat earth hand sign like this, that's a Mason symbol. The flat earthers just stole it. This is a Mason symbol long before it was a flat earth symbol. All right? So basically, guys, you have all this Masonic symbolism. Now, I know what people are going to say who are going to stick up for Flat Earth Focker. Jake, Flat Earth Focker was my friend. He's just making fun of the Masons. I met Flat Earth Focker, Jake. He's a nice guy. He can't possibly be a shill because I met him. I don't give a fuck who you met. Let's get this straight.
I don't give a fuck either. Fuck them.
Okay, I don't give a fuck if you met Rob Skiba. I don't give a fuck if you met Flat Earth Fucker. I don't care. I'm looking at this as a piece of evidence.
Yeah, let's treat this like it's a court.
So we're just doing an investigation. I scratched the surface, and this is what I find. I find a guy who's supposedly dead, posing around nothing but Masonic symbolism. Right? So this is evidence to me that Focker was running with the wrong crew.
Even the room he's in, like, this is a triangle on the wall, like...
Dude, and then even the Flat Earth logo is the UN logo. That's the AE map that the guy's wearing in the back. The Flat Earth map, which is divided into how many sections?
33.
Oh, exactly.
There's a lot of 33s going on today in this one, okay?
All right, and then let's show them on Russian Vid's channel. Who was number 33, episode number 33 on Russian Vid's channel? Take a wild fucking guess.
Oh, well, for 33...
There it is right there.
If we go with 33 here, this is actually...
No, that's the right... You go back.
Where's the right one?
There it is.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have... Ooh, where is it?
Up. One more. There you go.
Here it is. RV Truth live stream podcast number 33 with Flat Earth Focker. This is the last time.
Wow, check this out, you guys. What are the odds that Flat Earth Focker goes on Russian Vids for episode number 33? Just a coinkydink, Tommy.
And you gotta understand too, and there is episode 34, and so that's quite telling too, that it went from 33 to 34 because there is that mystery of what happens after 33.
So he's like maybe the next level of Masonic, dude. So check it out. Any of you guys thinking this is all coincidence? And I have, you know how many comments me and Tommy got on our stream that we did and over on my other 2 videos of people saying, Jake, they must be murdering the flat earthers. There's no way that they're shills. He can't be a shill because I met him and he was a nice guy. Yeah, if you meet shills, they're going to be nice to you. If you ever met Mark Sargent, or you ever met Patty Steer, or you ever met any of these people, they're going to be nice to you. There's no rule where a shill is going to stomp on your foot and go, ha 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 ha, I work for the devil.
Yeah, so they do the opposite, guys.
Yeah, if you meet...
They give piggyback rides to people like Orphan Red.
If you meet somebody like this in person, their job is to deceive you. And you know what? In a lot of these pictures, I swear these guys are given the Duper's Delight grin. And so, Flat Earth Focker here was on Russian Vid's Truth channel. And he just looks like kind of, I don't know, there's something about the look. Like, he always has this kind of, like, smirkiness going on in a lot of photos and stuff, where he doesn't come across to me fully legit like myself.
Yeah, he's not legit like us.
But hey, let's just look at the coincidences. He was in that picture, and he's also on the Russian Vids podcast number 33, and he also happens to die of mysterious circumstances. And check this out: when he was in trouble with the Canadian government, he left. And he evaded quarantine, and so he's in trouble with the Canadian government, and he had a court case with the Canadian government because he left Canada, went to the United States. You know where he went?
Where?
Where'd he go, Thomas?
Well, I know. Anybody in the
chat know where he went when he left Canada? He went to the United States to a Flat Earth conference.
Yeah.
So what does the news say? Oh, this Canadian anti-maxer, masker vaxxer, he went to the United States to a Flat Earth conference, which means anyone who breaks quarantine must be a stupid flat earther going to a stupid Flat Earth conference. They're mocking us, you guys. Flat Earth Focker? Who names themselves Flat Earth Focker? First of all, those movies were not that funny. And second of all, like, naming yourself Focker is stupid. I called myself Flat Earth Asshole to take the piss out of anyone trying to... the piss out of anyone trying to make fun of me. Calling yourself Flat Earth Focker is stupid. It just makes you look stupid. It doesn't take the piss out of anyone.
And you know the media is trying to make us look stupid. You remember this?
Right? Oh yeah, so Mad Mike.
The last flat earther that died was this guy. And it's like he was on his way to die. There was no way around it. This is the most stupidest thing that anybody's ever done.
Flat earthers are so dumb they'll build their own rocket and kill themselves. Yeah. But then they think NASA's lying. Yeah. I get it, Mad Mike. We gotcha. Yeah. Okay, before we get off topic, let's stick with Focker. Go back to the Mason picture real quick.
Yeah.
And then we'll move on to Skeebs.
I got you.
So let's just go over the. Let's just make sure we got the details straight here. Okay, so we have this picture where everyone's clearly doing their Masonic thing. So if you want to say that Mac is a good guy and he's totally not a shill, you have to say that he did this as a joke. He's just making fun of the Masons.
Pretty elaborate joke. He's got the carpet.
This is an elaborate joke that takes a lot of planning. Okay, so this was a joke. If you want to play the side that you think this guy is either really dead or that he's not a shill, you have to say that they did this as an elaborate joke against the Illuminati. They're making fun of the Masons. Okay. But now you have to also take into consideration the fact that he broke quarantine to go to a flat earth conference. He was in the public eye, on the mainstream media. Oh, and he also happens to die of mysterious circumstances. There's too many coincidences and red flags that are coming up. And then Russian vids, he's number 33. Oh yeah, just a joke.
Oh,
yeah. So all these people saying, Jake, he lived in my hometown and I went to his yoga studio. He can't be a shill.
Actually, my school teacher from college went to school with Bill Gates. And so that's like his evidence why Bill Gates isn't a pile of shit. But that's not evidence at all. This is evidence. And think about this. What if they had like, instead of the book, they had something up from one of our favorite pharmaceutical companies, like that said, hey, this is good for you. And then they all had like shirts that were like, I just got my you know what. Like, how is that funny? How is this? If they really believe that the like all this stuff is bad and stuff, like how is this a good joke?
Okay, so check this out, guys. Anyone with half a brain, which is pretty much most of you guys, anyone who's here pretty much does have half a brain. Now get your full brain functioning. You got Masonic flat earthers fake dying. And again, this is all for entertainment purposes. This is all just for entertainment purposes. Me and Thomas are running this investigation as two regular dudes. We're basically Beavis and Butthead meets Wayne and Garth. We're just doing a simple investigation. You can call us crazy. You can call us stupid. You can make fun of us and say anything you want. But what we're looking at on the screen is kind of too much to be a coincidence at this point. And then the fact that we just showed you on Russian Vid's channel, he's guest number 33, podcast number 33. Okay, so Flat Earth Focker, Masonic ties. All right, so what do you guys think in chat? How can you just explain this away as all being coincidence? It seems to me that the word coincidence doesn't even make sense anymore. In my life, the word coincidence is like thrown out the window now.
Yeah, and how would you bring a little kid into the room to participate in this madness?
Yeah, the kid right there, yeah, he's basically being brought into the Masonic religion, it looks like. Or he's just being duped and he doesn't know what's going on, which is also most likely the case. So he could very well be totally in on this shit. Like, they might bring kids in on this shit early. This Masonic religion, I used to make fun of it, and I used to think it was a joke, but now I realize it's serious. These people take an oath, and this shit is shrouded in secrecy, and they get off on duping us. That's why you always see this duper's delight on their face. All right, now we're gonna go to okay, you're gonna show us the Mason logo real quick. All right.
I just want to show everybody that like this stuff gets really deep, and we all use the products, let's not lie, but look, that's the Gmail logo, and their whole logo is G. It's
everywhere. It's everywhere, man. You cannot escape this. Dude, I went across the street to buy this Arizona drink that I'm drinking,
yeah.
And guess what the lotto is up to?
33
million, bro.
Nice.
I swear to God, I walked across the street just before the stream, and the lotto in California was at 33 million. I'm like, all right, this is getting fucking weird.
Yeah, so
this is getting weird.
That's why possibly with people like Alex Jones and Russian Vids, they're the gatekeepers for stuff like this. Like yesterday, for example, Alex Jones was strongly pushing that Gavin Newsom was missing, and he almost wanted us to take action. You know, I was like, oh, I'm going to go to Gavin Newsom's house. And then guess what? At 2 or 3 p.m., he did his first appearance in 2 weeks. And Alex Jones, it seemed like it was the perfect timing
to make Alex Jones look stupid.
And get a bunch of people going on Facebook
saying, Alex Jones, you're wrong. He's back. You're done. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're just trying to you got to be very careful. Like, you got to double research. You got to look at both sides, and then you can make up your own mind.
What me and Thomas are showing you guys today, and I can tell by people's reaction in the chat, you guys have not scratched the surface of this. What we're about to show you with Rob Skiba is going to blow away what you just saw here. What we're about to show you with Rob Skiba is going to pretty much prove that Rob Skiba is one of them. And there's a lot of people in chat, and if I see you in chat kissing Rob Skiba's ass and telling me for sure he's not a shill because you met him or because you know him or this or that, I don't give a fuck. What we're about to show you is going to make Rob Skiba look like a bigger shill than Flat Earth Focker.
Yeah,
all right. So
right.
Speaking of, let's go ahead and move on to Russian Vid's last live stream. And Russian Vids, I think, is also a gatekeeping shill, but he did a 5-hour stream showing all the Masonic connections to Flat Earth Focker.
And that's part of what the Masons have to do. They have to tell what they're doing. They have to put it out there. They can't just kill you. They have to say on like TV or
they're putting the truth.
Kill you.
They're putting the truth out there. So check this out. Before anyone says you can't trust Russian Vids, I'm going to tell you you can't trust Russian Vids. But here's the deal: Russian Vids presents nothing but evidence in this stream. Like he does add some conjecture, but he throws in some serious evidence in the stream, and you're not going to be able to deny what you see, because he's going to show you Rob Skiba literally just 33ing himself over and over, and then you're going to see Rob Skiba in the year like 2013. I want to say the word pandemic and shot and prophesize everything that's happening.
Yeah, and that's why I do think with people like Alex Jones and Russian Vids, that's where you get the goods. I didn't even realize the douchebag was missing for 2 weeks, Gavin Newsom, until Alex Jones brought it to my attention, and then at the perfect timing, so if I would have posted on Facebook, I'd look like a fucking psychopath. So what I'm saying is that you can get the best information from these specific people, because they have to give out this information because it's a part of their whole fucking system. But you can't, you got to do double research, and you got to kind of keep it to yourself in a way, and present it in this type of format, I believe, in an open.
All right, guys. So check this out. We're gonna shut up and we're gonna watch this, and then we're gonna talk about it.
This is starting at the time you told me.
Yeah.
Okay. On live stream, how much debt he's in. Of course, his yoga studio, being closed down. His divorce, all these things.
Can you turn it up
his
for him?
court dates, which we went to great details. All these things we talked about. But the big thing is, he's been covered on Yahoo News, Daily Beast, New York Times. I mean, every single major outlet. And we'll get more, definitely get more into Mac as we go forward. There's a lot of connections that need to be made first as we move forward. So I'm going to be jumping around, of course, to get to Skeezers right here.
Yeah, they're saying it's hard to hear.
His memorial for Skeebs was 3:30 Eastern time. October.
See that? His funeral
33 a month, the only month that's 33 numerology.
October
Finding interesting with that
his
as well.
At 3:30.
So that gets into who you see here.
I'm gonna pause it. Say that again.
His funeral was October 22nd at 3:30. So his family and friends chose 3:30 p.m. out of the blue for his funeral.
Patricia Steer at this one Flat Earth rally conference, whatever. And you see Mark Sargent, who I've never had a problem with Mark ever. Mark's, whatever, if he's working for this side, whatever, Mark's been always kind of guy not to get involved with any of this stuff. He kind of stays on the sideline. Never a crossword with Mark. He's been a guest on my channel as well. But you got that 33 Mark, and you do those hand signs as well. But this is not about Mark, because like I said specifically in my last stream, where it stands is we're going to see how people react and what direction they go. And that gets more into Patricia Steer as we move forward a bit, because definitely she picks sides, and for doing so, this is why this is happening. Part of the reason why this live stream is happening tonight. So you have Patricia Steer. This is our past, dialogue on Skype, and she wants to do a live stream. And what time did she request? 3:30. Just like Skeebs. Supposedly, his memorial at 3:30. We'll get more of this. People say, the 33, but we'll definitely get more of that. So you have Skeebs here, and we all know about this venture he had with Seed. It's just like the number 8. You know, when you separate the 8, it's obviously an E in 3. You flip it around, it's 33. So let's be clear about that. So just this reminds me so much, which I've covered in the past, as you see the sign of silence with Rush Limbaugh in the same exact. We know he's a Mason. There's no doubt about it. All right. So you have that 33 coded as well. And let's move forward a bit here. Let's see here. And this is huge. What people don't see beyond.
About Rush Limbaugh too, I had a friend that met a girl on a road trip like 20 years ago, and he got to go eat dinner, or had the opportunity or something to eat dinner with Rush Limbaugh because he was banging Rush Limbaugh's niece, and she told him that he's not even conservative. He just it's all facade. Okay,
Okay, hold on. Before you start, anyone who keeps saying Russian vids is a shill, yeah, we fucking told you that. So sit here and watch what he's presenting, because he's showing you the 33 symbology in with Rob Skiba. That doesn't mean he's making it up, because Rob Skiba's going to shill himself out here in a minute, and you can't say that Russian vids is lying when Rob Skiba's going to shill himself out here in a minute. So pay attention to what's being shown and shut the fuck up for a minute and open your eyes. All you guys typing away in chat, open your eyes and shut up for a minute, okay?
Remember, these are gatekeepers that we're exposing.
Watch what we're showing you.
The obvious, the E and 3 face each other to make the 33. It's also in plain sight is the double cross of Crowley. And it's just like in front of a Masonic lodge here. This one, I believe, I'm not sure. I shouldn't say the Forest Lodge. Here it is right here. I'm sorry. The Forest Lodge. And it's funny, Forest Lodge, it's like, pagan tree worship. Huntsville, Texas, that's where it's at. Yeah, there we go. And here's the double cross with the skull and bones here. So the double cross in society, we know what that means. You're being double crossed. And that gets into some Masonic symbolism. And I'll just go over some here. The Maltese cross, the Templar's cross, the double cross, as you see here, is actually literally called the double cross. And like I said, I'm going to show this as well. These are hidden pyramids in plain sight for the upper vantage point, like looking above a pyramid. It's basically this is what you get when you fold in the sides. They're very clever at these symbolism. People see this, and this is the oranges. It's the way they hide their symbolism, just like the Arco logo. There's many logos that incorporate this type of symbolism. It's just the top view, basically 2D view of a pyramid. So it gets back to Signs and Symbols, learning the language of signs and symbols by Manly P. Hall, as I've shown so many times. Now we're going to get to some actual audio here with Skeebs. Let's see here. Where was that at? Okay, here we go. So this is out of his own mouth. Let's play this right now.
Here we go.
And again, this is out of his own mouth. They always put the truth in plain sight in a mocking way. Let's just take a listen to this. I think it's about 30, 40 seconds from Skeebs.
And continued to do that till I got into high school. At that time, I thought maybe I wanted to be an astronaut, so focused on my grades. And right after I got out of high school, I went into the Army to learn how to fly helicopters, because I had learned that the astronauts learned how to fly the lunar lander by learning how to fly helicopters. Plus, my dad was a helicopter pilot, so I followed in his footsteps.
Now, this is key. He's talking about being an astronaut, but this is the key here, what he's going to say. Very, very damning.
I did that for 8 years. Got out of there, did a year with an organization whose initials ended up being C and I and A.
The CIA. He's going to say it's not, but take a listen.
So it was not what you might usually think of those initials, or was it?
Or was it? Or was it? Or was it as far as working for the CIA? So we know he's been on, along with Patricia Steer in the mainstream media. These people are not, they haven't been around relatively like I have for the longest time, and all of a sudden, boom, there they are, on ABC, you know, they're spotlighted, you know, when it comes to flat Earth everywhere. So, you know, I knew this. Of
Okay,
course,
stop there.
everybody knows this.
And
And
all right, guys. So right there, you have an interview. Or are we turned on?
Yeah.
Our mics?
Yeah, mic's on. Let us know if we're
Check,
too
check,
loud
check.
again or whatnot.
All right, guys. Okay. So right there in the interview, he says that he was part of an organization with the letters C, I, and A, but not the one you're thinking of. Or was it? So Rob Skiba already getting a little sketchy with the things he said. He said he wanted to be an astronaut, and then he wanted to go fly helicopters because to learn how to fly the lunar lander, you have to learn how to fly helicopters first. And then he went on to say he was part of an organization with the letters C, I, and A, but not the one you're thinking of. Or was it? Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, that's quite tongue-in-cheeky for a guy who just died of the boogeyman disease. So let's go ahead and get to the most damning evidence of all. He prophesized the fucking pandemic about 10 years, almost 10 years ago. Do you guys know that he prophesized the entire pandemic 10 years ago, down to a T? And he did it with a smirk on his face. So now you have to think that this guy is basically some superhuman god who's been given this information somehow, or he's figured it out himself, or did someone else give him this information? Let's show him the most damning evidence. Let's go right back to the video. So
This one here, right?
or
what number?
So keep going. Yeah, just keep going until just drag that a little farther.
Is it?
Or go back a little more. Okay, right there. Hit play.
let's get back to the screen share as far as sharing video. Now, this is Skeebs here again. All right. And I'm not, by the way, I'm not looking at the chat at all for anybody that's typing away. You guys can type whatever you want, but when I screen share, I cannot do two things at once, obviously. So this is Skeebs. Now, I find it interesting. You know, look for the signs and symbols. You know, look everywhere. You know, you see this, like, it looks like a skeleton for like skull and bones in the back. You see the EE, you flip it around, you get 33 again. And you see this highlighted. It looks like someone just, with the blackboard, they got the eraser and they just freshly put this in. And you turn your head sideways and you see the Masonic symbolism. Okay, there's so much more. You guys can pick it out. You know, the Soviet, you know, or Chinese Soviet logo here with Russia, all these things, you know. But again, look around. They love their symbolism, and clearly the EE there. Hopefully, you guys can see that good. Might not come in exactly like I want to, but hopefully it's good enough where you guys can see it. Now let's play this clip here. Again, I showed this many times, just like with Fritz Springmeier. You know, he talked about, they always mention that number 33, you know, and it's just amazing. It's not 31. It's not, you know, 52. It's always at 33. And that gets back to Fritz Springmeier, who used to also share my work in the past. But they try to friend up with you so you don't say anything bad about them. And I get that aspect. And that's why a lot of these people buddied up with me so I wouldn't talk bad about them, obviously. So it's Fritz Springmeier, during this one presentation, he talked about how there's deceivers, and they've been on, you know, they're standing right here where I'm standing. You know, he's basically pointing at himself. Then he goes on to mention how he's been to 33 countries. So that gets to Skeebs right here. Take a listen to what Skeebs says here. And again, supposedly his memorial's at 3:30. That thing he's doing with seed was the code at 33. Oh, take a listen here for the coincidence theorist. Give me a break.
I was born in Texas, and I've been living there since 2003.
Very nice.
I don't have a Texas accent because I lived in Massachusetts for 33 years.
There you go. You know, just funny how that works, you know. And again, just for anybody that has problems making the connection, not to be condescending.
And I learned about the
He said I worked
Stop
for
it so they can hear you?
for the
No, I learned about the symbolism thing, and like if you just keep throwing it out there as much as possible, it like does something to the astro world, and everything is interconnected, and everybody's chasing for this geometrical magic stuff in their atmosphere.
Hold on, before you go off too far. He just said 33.
Yeah.
So any of you guys who keep saying RV's a shill, RV's a shill, why are you listening to RV? Rob Skiba just said 33. He's got a 33 to his left, upside down, backwards, basically. And then he's got that Russian symbol up next to his head to the right. And then you got the Masonic symbol on the fucking chalkboard. You guys, Russian Vids is showing you what this guy is doing. So yeah, if you want to say Russian Vids is a shill, I can agree. But that doesn't mean Rob Skiba didn't say 33. That doesn't make Rob Skiba a good guy. So look at Rob Skiba saying saying 33, and look at that shit on the chalkboard behind him.
And I might want to point out too, what is the number one thing with the recent thing happening with people with the you know what? Is it not heart attacks? Look right there, boom, red heart in a skeleton.
And see, so there's so many people who keep wanting to make excuses. Jake, I met Rob Skiba, so therefore he can't be a shill. And when I met him, he was a nice guy. And then there are going to be people who are like, so what? So what if there's a Mason symbol? So what he says 33? So what he mysteriously died of the boogeyman disease? So, you guys, who here has their mind open and is seeing what's going on? You have both flat earthers who are in the public eye who supposedly died draped in 33 Masonic symbolism. This guy right here could be a Mason and a CIA agent rolled up into one. I mean, look at him. Good looking, well spoken, doesn't stumble over his words. He's able to speak in front of crowds with confidence. Those traits, that would be perfect for an agent of deception. Those are the traits they look for. If you're going to be a high-ranking Mason and really be a powerful person in the world as far as being a bad guy and a deceiver, you're going to want to be a person who can speak very confidently and speak well and garner the respect of people around you. And so I don't doubt for a second that some of you guys maybe in the chat have met this man or went to a Flat Earth conference, shook his hand. You cannot take this evidence and throw it in the trash. You can't take what you're seeing.
You can't. This is too much. This is too much evidence. Too weird, guys. Sometimes you gotta admit when you're wrong.
And we haven't even seen the tip of the iceberg yet. All right, hit the play button.
All right.
In the Army. Then he said he worked for a company that had the CIA initials because it wasn't the real one, or maybe it was, and so that this is their mockery, And I should make it clear too. Supposedly, passing away this year, another guy named Skeebs passed away. It wasn't him earlier the year as well. It's a very uncommon name, so I found that interesting. Now, this is another situation here. And I said this before, the whole flat earth thing, when I was exposing, and it's called specifically, obviously, this is obviously called the Prophecy Club. They're making, it's all about prophecy, foretelling what's going to happen in the future. All right. So let me actually just turn off the audio temporarily because I'm just going to, go over what he's talking about here. And anybody can look up this video. This is predictive programming, where he talks about, maybe we'll just actually play a little bit, so people, there's no question mark. Let's see if I can find that. And let me find the right spot.
Well, imagine this.
Now take a listen carefully. Again, this is why they do, the reason they do this is to create heroes. Like, oh my goodness, this guy predicted. How did he know? Because, of course, he's privy to the script. Take a listen.
If you don't get the shot that they've got all ready to go for you, no shot or cure means, well, you don't.
Well, actually, let me back up here. He's talking about the plan, the planned event here. Let me back up here, actually. If I can go back further. Maybe it's right here. I apologize. This is on the fly.
For everything, right? Release a really bad flu pandemic of some sort. Well, imagine this. If you don't get the shot that they've got all ready to go for you, no shot or cure means, well, you don't have a job. Somebody mentioned last night, their job requires them to take the flu shot. And if they don't get the flu shot, they lose their job. So we're already seeing kind of a microcosm of that happening right now, a test. Got to take the shot. You can't be a teacher in school, or you can't work at CVS or whatever. You got to take the shot.
CVS, isn't that where Jaron worked?
So they're already making it mandatory for some people. So we've got to.
All right. About I've been a teacher for 10 years, and that's why I'm here because I can't time it. I'm done. And I'm never going to do that again. I'm just not playing their games no more because I get tinnitus.
Tommy, let's just break down what we just heard. So right there, this is a video clip from like 2013. You can find the original video source from uploaded to 2015 here on YouTube. So this video is long before any of us were talking about the pandemic. So before that was a thing, before the C word was a thing, before any of this was a thing, this guy prophesized that there was going to be a pandemic and that people were going to lose their jobs if they didn't take a shot. So before any of you guys go, wow, he must have got that information from God and then they murdered him. No, he was privy to this information. He was given this script. Look at the way he's delivering it.
Yeah.
Look at the way he just delivered the prophecy.
This is too crazy.
Well, play that one more time. That's like too much. Just back up right there.
So is this a book that's along with it?
So
where it says 2015.
Yeah, I know, but that's when it was uploaded. But I've also found people saying that this is even older.
Prophecy,
that this was even older. So I think this is from like 2013, but then they uploaded it to YouTube in 2015. So you can find the time-stamped version of this in 2015. I might be wrong, but I think it's the video itself is even older.
And so what we were saying before we started doing the stream is like if he did this in 2013 or even 2015 or even whenever, then the last 2 years, this is all he would have been talking about. He would have been like being like, see, I told you so, boom, da da. He would have been on it. He might have been anti it, but I haven't been watching stuff. Did he ever reference this?
Play that one more time and then we'll talk about it, just in case anyone missed it.
Does anybody know if he referenced this video in the last year or two, bragging
Hold on, we'll play it one more time.
This is obviously called a prophecy club.
Yes, he did.
They're making, it's all about prophecy, foretelling what's going to happen in the future. All right. So let me actually just turn off the audio temporarily because I'm just going to, go over what he's talking about here. And anybody can look up this video. This is predictive programming where he talks about, maybe we'll just actually play a little bit, so there's no question mark. Let's see if I can find that. And let me find the right spot.
Well, imagine this.
Now take a listen carefully. Again, this is why the reason they do this is to create heroes. Like, oh my goodness, this guy predicted. How did he know? Because of course, he's privy to the script. Take a listen.
If you don't get the shot that they've got all ready to go for you, no shot or cure means, well, you don't.
Well, actually, let me back up here. He's talking about the plan, the planned event here. Let me back up here, actually. If I can go back further. Maybe it's right here. I apologize. This is on the fly.
For everything, right? Release a really bad flu pandemic of some sort. Well, imagine this. If you don't get the shot that they've got all ready to go for you, no shot or cure means, well, you don't have a job. Somebody mentioned last night, their job requires them to take the flu shot. And if they don't get the flu shot, they lose their job. So we're already seeing kind of a microcosm of that happening right now, a test. Got to take the shot. Or you can't be a teacher in school, or you can't work at CVS or whatever. You got to take the shot.
CVS, isn't that where Jaron worked?
So they're already making it mandatory for some people. So we've got a little miniature test going on with that.
So I'm going to stop right there. So when people see this, they're like blown away. How does he know this? It's just predictive programming. Again, all the connections I made prior, CIA, the Army. So he worked his way up in the ranks. This is how he knew this was going to happen. He's obviously an insider.
We're good now. Okay, we back on? Check, hello.
Yeah, well, this makes me want to smoke weed, bro.
Yeah, okay. So, there's a few people trying to downplay this, and I even had to get rid of a couple people in chat because some people are trying to downplay all this. Yeah, Jake, some of us already knew that this was going to happen. Duh. Fuck off. If you say you knew all this was going to happen to this degree, then why weren't you making videos about it and talking about it? What he just said right there is the equivalent of Macho Man Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan saying, the Twin Towers are going to come crumbling down back in 1989. It's the equivalent of the movie Back to the Future or the Simpsons or any movie that prophesizes these things. So basically, this guy right here was privy to the script and he was given some information and he gave it away with a smirk on his face. That information that he gave away in the video, he gave it away while smirking. Here's the deal. If you legitimately found that out, you should have been warning us every fucking day as loud as you can. You should have been making a video every day going, you guys, you have 2 years left and then they're going to lock you down. You have less than a year left and they are going to mandate that. He should have had a different tone in his voice. Hold on, let me finish. He should have this tone in his voice like, you guys, this is coming and this is the most important thing in your life, that we stop this before it comes. But instead he's like, hey, the government's going to do this. It's the mark of the beast. And he's just smirking as he tells you. That information that he just told you back in 2013, there's no way he should know that unless he's one of them. He didn't say the government might plan a pandemic. The government might try and get you to take it. He didn't even say this could supposedly happen. He basically just prophesized the future. And so what are we to believe? That this well-spoken, biblical flat earther character, before he became a biblical flat earther character, just so happened to be able to predict the future like with 100% accuracy. And he also dies of the boogeyman disease, mysteriously. Wow, all these coincidences. And he also went to the Flat Earth Conference, and he was one of the main stars of the Flat Earth Conference with all the other shills. So what are the chances? What are you looking at?
This is the Prophecy Club.
Oh,
website.
Okay. I didn't know. Okay. So check it out. So how can you look at Rob Skiba and say, yeah, he's not a shill. He just went and hung out with Patty Steer and Mark Sargent in Deep Inside the Rabbit's Butthole and Jaren and all those guys. And then stood and did the flat earth symbol, which is also a Masonic symbol with those guys. Yeah, but he's not a shill. Oh, he's not a shill even though he said he wanted to be an astronaut, and then he went into the military and and then he prophesized the pandemic completely about 10 years ago. Yeah, totally not a shill. Oh, yeah, and then remember when he said the number 33 while standing next to a 33 and a Mason symbol on the chalkboard? Totally coincidence, totally not a shill. You know what? If you think Rob Skiba's not a shill after everything you've just seen here, well, you can politely just go fuck off. I really don't care. We're to the point where I don't care if you believe me or not. I think those guys are still alive. I think Focker and Skiba are still alive. I don't think those were actually even their real names or anything. I think they've been assigned new roles in the grand scheme of this big fake movie that we all live in. And if you don't agree, I don't give a fucking shit. Go make a video on your channel and prove me wrong.
I'm not even seeing the Rob Skiba one up on the channel. So weird stuff. Well, maybe this is it. Maybe Rob Skiba right here. So Babylon Rising. So you can actually go to the Watch Prophecy Club. I'm actually going to join the club. Ask some questions. So what do you want to do next, though, Jake?
Basically, we'll take some questions from the chat because we have over 400 people watching right now.
Wow,
that's quite a lot. Okay, so I see some people agreeing with me that they're definitely still alive. Yeah. So right now, guys, you have flat Earth death fakers. And then there's a bunch of people trying to cover up their deaths like, no, the government murdered them because they were waking up so many people. The government killed him because he prophesied what was going to happen. Sure. If he knew what was going to happen that long ago and he didn't scream it at us every single day, he should have been crying and screaming into the camera. You guys, they're going to try and kill your children. But no, he just smirked and just said that like it was fun. All these people carry this duper's delight. Rob Skiba and Focker, they both had this smirky fucking look on their face always. And they just don't seem like they really, really care about the human race the same way, I do. So when I just take all the evidence that we have looked at, and I throw it up on the chalkboard and I stare at it. Basically, I see a couple of Masonic shills faking their deaths. So basically, if anyone's offended by me saying this, it's no different than me saying I think Tupac is still alive. Like, I don't think Tupac actually got gunned down in Las Vegas. I think Tupac is still alive. So check it out. if anyone wants to get mad and call me a shill because I think Tupac's still alive, it's no different. I think that these dudes faked their death. I think Tupac faked his death. I think a lot of celebrities don't actually die. They just get repackaged and then their role gets reassigned. What do you think, Thomas? Go ahead.
There was a kid in a, I believe, 4th grade class that I had to send to the principal's office because he wouldn't stop he was like, Tupac is still alive. He's in Jamaica. I'm like, this is math. He's like, well, you don't believe me? You being racist? It was intense, guys. And so eventually I was like, no, so maybe he was right and I was being racist. I finally took the critical race theory and god dang it, I sent him to the office. My bad, I'm sorry.
Anyone talking shit about me is going to just get fucking removed, so go ahead. If you don't care that
There's people that care about you.
There's some people in the fucking chat who are just like totally being shills because we're busting this thing open. So if I spot you being a shill in the chat, I'm gonna fucking get rid of you.
There's so many people. Let's get like.
Hey, where are my mods? What the fuck, mods? I see like a ton of shills talking shit. Like, Jake's tripping. Jake must be on drugs. Hey, Jake, why are you wearing a stupid hat? Hey, mods. I don't see not a one fucking mod.
I'll tell you straight up, Jake. This got Jake fired up in his soul. He is, because this is, if you actually, what I just saw is very serious stuff here, and he's very sensitive about this stuff. I showed up with my van. I tried to show him how I made a bed in the back and turned it in RV, and he was just like, "Shut the fuck up, Tommy. This is serious," and it is. Look at this shit. This shit is intense, guys. Did you not just see what I saw?
All right, shill our link in chat, really. Just pump that link in chat. If you guys want a Kill Bill shirt, Kill Bill shirt, or shoes, or a hoodie, this is me and Tommy's design.
I gotta find
so if you want that. But anyway, that's kind of off subject. But
that's how you keep stuff like this going, because we are in an office right now and it costs money to rent the office.
So if you like what me and Tommy have done today, consider donating. I have my PayPal link in the chat. Also, you have your option for super chats, of course. And then we sell merchandise that has truth messages on it. And
we don't sell food yet.
Yeah, we don't sell any sort of like health products or like
maybe we should sell
corporate
unhealthy
shit.
Stuff like donuts and stuff. Fuck all that. You only live once. You're about to die.
You're about to die. They're gonna kill you. You might as well just eat an ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, we're giving out free donuts and prostitutes too.
Buy Jake and Thomas donuts. Yes, no, we haven't made any donuts yet.
And
all right.
And if there's, I don't know if you want to get like a serious thing across, and we will legitimize or we'll prioritize people that donate if they want to talk right now. And
so yeah, if you want to donate to the channel, my PayPal link's in the chat. You can also hit us up, super chat, and all that shit. We don't really get anything out of doing this other than like we feel like it's the right thing to do. But if you do want to support us and throw us any shekels, we don't mind that. We're not broke. We're not begging. Me and Thomas are both doing okay financially, so it's not like we're gonna die if you don't send us anything. But we do appreciate it.
This shirt right here, right? We designed this in a church too. That was pretty cool. It was weird. I remember that day. It was fun.
See, and you can tell we're not shills because of the shirt that we sell.
Yeah.
We're not trying to sell you a ball trimmer. We're trying to sell you like the coolest hoodie that you're ever gonna wear. My question is, you probably don't have a hoodie as cool as this one, so don't even try and talk shit that we're trying to sell you a hoodie that's cooler than any fucking hoodie that you own. Like that shirt right there is legit. I own one and I've worn it like 1,000 times, and every time I do wear it, somebody like that I think might be a normie shows themselves as being woke by saying, "Dude, I liked your shirt."
All right, somebody just asked what's the channel name. Now, if I could just we'll get back on track, but let me just say for two.
Hey, sub to Pizza T. Tommy got one of his channels that got wiped out by YouTube.
Thomas Got News might make a comeback. I have gone for 5 months going back and forth with YouTube. I thought I lost my channel with videos. Let me show you how important this channel. Imagine, see this video with my daughter right here? My 2 daughters doing ninja stuff, right? I thought that was gone forever, and I can never relive that memory. If you go to my oldest videos, you'll understand how it almost made me suicidal, to tell you the truth.
So what Thomas is talking about is YouTube whacked both of his channels, but they gave one back because he bitched on Twitter and they gave one back to him. And so he thinks he might even be able to get his other channel back. So miraculously, Thomas got one of the 2 channels that got deleted back, which is rare because typically YouTube doesn't give them back.
Well, just trust me. There's some videos on here from I'm an original OG YouTuber, and there's videos on here from like 15 years ago. And like my daughter's first steps and my son making cute videos. And I thought this was gone forever, but I went through this long, crazy process to prove to them that YouTube hijacked my channel. I was like, no, you guys hijacked my channel. I went through the biggest backdoor that you ever heard of. Like, I got sent to the hijacking section of the YouTube people, and because they're like, what are you talking about? We hijacked your channel. I was like, yes, you did. They still don't admit that they hijacked my channel, but they did, and they gave it back. And
now you got people saying, oh, pizza. He said pizza. He's a shill.
Oh, that's what I'm trying to say is that when it comes to pizza, my stage name is Pizza T because I've worked at so many pizza places, right? And so in college, I came up with the rap name.
How long ago did you come up with that name?
Dude, this channel Pizza T is from 2006.
So he made this channel in 2006, long before any Pizzagate bullshit.
Way before.
So pizza, nobody talked about pizza meaning kids in 2006, and if you say then you're lying.
What happened was that George Clooney started dating my high school sweetheart, this girl right here, Sarah Larson, right?
Tommy's story will blow your mind.
This video is from 2007.
George Clooney's got a girlfriend, and she went to Kentwood High. I'm Michael King with the tell-all
so what I
interviews,
think happened is
including
Pause it. So Tommy dated this girl in high school who went on to become George Clooney's girlfriend.
Yes.
Think about that. Tommy dated this chick
for an entire year. She was in the front row of the Oscars, guys.
Here, show her.
Oh, let me type it in over here because she is hot.
She's
I'm
banging.
hoping I win her back, and also her dad is connected to this whole story. Her dad got HIV in the 80s and 90s when the ZTX or whatever that one person, ouchies person created. And it killed a bunch of people. He refused to take it. He was homosexual, right? But he loved Jesus. I know it's crazy. He loved South Park. He hated, who, Fauci. And
let me interject real quick. I don't want to. Let you get right back on track. We have a donation from Mr. Chris 7582, and he says Jake is the most honest truther. So many shills, it's disgusting. Obvious CIA operatives. They have MK Ultra like control over masses. Hey, I appreciate the donation. I completely agree. Me and Tommy, we just want to do this mainly because it's the right thing to do. So anyway, Tommy's got his girlfriend up on screen, or his ex-girlfriend.
Please take me back.
Thomas, how many times did you have sex with this girl?
Hundreds.
Hundreds of times.
Hundreds. I don't know if it was hundreds, but it seemed like it.
Okay, so Thomas had sex with this girl in high school over and over, and then she went on to become George Clooney's celebrity fling.
Yeah, and about that is that George Clooney the media started hitting me up, like Star Magazine, the National Enquirer, the News of the World, it was crazy and it was stressful. And so I made a movie with this girl Sarah, right? And I told Star Magazine. So basically, I had made $10,000 selling pictures to Star Magazine and People Magazine.
You made 10 G's selling pictures of a girl that you slept with?
Yes, and I was digging up this movie I made with her where she was pretending to be a crack whore. And I knew if I could find this VHS tape of her acting like a crack whore in the year 1997, I would be rich. I fucking found it, guys. I sent it to Star Magazine. Star Magazine said, well, we'll take a look at it. I sent it to them low resolution with watermarks so they couldn't steal it. They wrote me back and said, oh, we can't use this because the low resolution's too low. I go, I did that on purpose. Then they'll go, we'll get right back to you. And they salvatated over every fucking thing I threw at them. They would throw me thousands of dollars for a fucking stupid picture. Now they don't even want this after I found it because they thought I was fucking lying. And then all of a sudden, the next day, he dumped her.
Oh!
We don't need that.
So once they found out Thomas had pictures of her doing some drugs.
Not real drugs, though. She was acting. She was a great actress. This is discrimination towards women at its finest. They treated her like trash.
So George Clooney kicked her to the curb once they
take her back and marry her right
Once
now.
they found out Tommy had some pictures that wouldn't make her look good, George Clooney kicked her to the curb the next day. You can't make this shit up. You can't
and
make
so
this
I
shit
think
up.
what they did is they knew my stage name was Pizza T because I forced them to call me Pizza T in the tabloids. And at first they're like, we're not calling you Pizza T unless that's your legal name. And I was like, well, I guess we ain't fucking talking. Like Jake knows, I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so-
and then they said, okay, we'll do it. And so the whole part, because this guy's at the top of the fucking, almost at the top of the food chain. Pizza T, they created Pizzagate to try to fucking take down Pizza T because I'm fucking Neo from the Matrix. Boom, how about that?
Bro, exactly. And they're trying to murder, they're trying to like take us all out because we figured out that the earth is not a ball. Do you guys realize that all this shit's happening because you guys in the chat and me and Thomas know that the earth is not a ball in outer space spinning around?
That's why I never said shit to fucking YouTube who I really am. You should see the conversations back and forth. I hope they don't even see this.
Everything that we're experiencing, Thomas, the reason why the world is ending and we're going to watch a shitload of people die is because me and you and the people in the chat and people around the world know it's not a spinning ball,
That's why
dude.
everybody's going to live, actually. That's why everybody's going to live. It's going to be positive. I've been telling you about this positivity.
Some people will live. Some people are going to live. So guys, what you're going to see the end of the world pretty much go down before your very eyes, it looks like, because we know the earth is not a spinning ball in outer space. That's what it's coming down to. Yeah. Because we figured it out, because they can't put this all back inside Pandora's box, it looks like they are going to weaponize flat earth and deem everyone who's against the C word and the VAXX must be a dumb flat earther. Anyone who breaks quarantine must be a stupid flat earther. Anyone who goes out to an event with multiple people and doesn't wear a muzzle, you must be a flat earther. So that's basically how they're going to look to weaponize the term, and you can only expect it to get worse and more crazy from here.
And I just showed you the conversation I had since September, but it was before September. It was in September when I took my battle to Twitter and started using trolling techniques, the same trolling techniques that got me onto CNN, all gas, no brakes, and whatever the fuck else. And that's why I was telling Jake I got this new plan. I don't know if there's any crypto people out there, but there's this coin called Shiba Inu. Sorry. Called Shiba Inu. Sorry about that. It's a Donald Trump habit.
I've accidentally done it too. When people talk, they accidentally do that. Now, if we were to pose with a bunch of symbols everywhere, it'd be different. But I've accidentally done that too,
I thought you were
bro.
stopping me because of crypto.
No. When people talk, they fucking do. They do this. So I get it.
There's a coin called Shiba Inu, right? So I'm gonna make Skiba Inu, right?
Skiba Inu.
And there's all these flat earthers that like coins, and they'll buy this coin. We're gonna get rich, bro.
We're gonna make a Skiba Inu
And if you don't
crypto.
know about Shiba Inu, it's huge right now. Shiba Inu is fucking huge. It made me fucking a ton of money. So guys, but oh my god, guys, if anybody knows her, tell her I'm sorry. I was on acid.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone in the chat knows her, bro.
Somebody does. Who's this guy?
Oh, we got a donation here, and it has a funny message. It says, "Here at Infinite Plane Media, we're glad Mac and Rob didn't cough in your face."
Yeah, this is what she looked like back.
Hey, did you hear that?
Did it cough? What's that?
They're glad that Mac and Rob didn't cough in my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, if those two Masons would have coughed in my face, then I would have fake died for sure.
No, the guy who wrote this article about my ex, beautiful, hopefully future wife, he got the you know what. So I don't know.
Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. For those of you who came late, you're just gonna have to go back and rewatch it when we shut it off. We're not going to go back and rehash every single thing. We've been on here for quite a while, and we had a nice audience today. So please, if you enjoyed this stream and you took something away from this, please feel free to donate to my PayPal or buy one of our shirts. Me and Thomas split the profits on this design for the Shill Bill shirt, and it's a good way to get the truth out there. And you'll find out that a bunch of people you might think are normies actually will be telling you how much they like that shirt, because a bunch of people don't like Bill Gates, and you'll find even people who don't think the earth is flat and don't watch conspiracy videos, if they see you wear that, they'll agree that Bill's a bad guy.
And I've been patiently waiting to be on Jake the Asshole, the big channel. And so anybody out there, if you could, I wish Thomas Scott News was back, and I thank you all for helping that get to 1,000. I can't guarantee that channel's going to get back, because if they go review that channel, they're going to be like, yeah, no, not again. But maybe. But if I could get Pizza T up to 1,000 subs and I get monetized.
So subscribe to Thomas's channel, Pizza T, and then hopefully Thomas Scott News gets reinstated and you get both your channels back. And I want to thank everyone who showed up today for this stream. Hopefully this stream stays up. It's all for entertainment purposes only.
And it's
all for and it's all speculation. We're just speculating.
The probabilities that actually show that probably 99% of what we're saying is probably correct.
I personally believe that both those two men in the title are still alive. So if anyone wants to say no, they're for sure dead, well then that means that you have a terrible thought in your brain that they're dead. I think they're still alive. So I think that they're pulling off some duper's delight. Both those guys are alive, and if you missed any of the evidence, go back, watch it over and over again, and feel free to do your own investigation. All the information that we showed you is out there for you to find. All you have to do is just scratch the surface. It's really not even that hard to find all the evidence that we showed you today.
Yeah.
So until next time, this is Thomas Scott News, AKA Pizza T, AKA Thomas McCoin, AKA Custy Coin. You are a lot of different people.
I have so many YouTube channels.
And I am Jake the Asshole, AKA Jake Gibson. And we will catch you next time. We're going to get to work on some music.
Peace.
Peace.
Turn the volume off. We got that just for a second.